of work.
All right, I got it.
It's good for the upper arm.
Yeah, it goes a little easier if you got a rhythm that you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see how
See,
Jim
but it's not
does
even
this.
sticking to the board anymore, so that's good. It's getting smoother.
Yeah.
Is Jim doing it correctly there?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good, Jim.
Do one hand, one hand. That's one hand.
No. You're falling down on the
I don't know
job.
about you. You was working for me. I would say you're on probation.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I did it a new
Drinking
technique.
all the wine.
Oh no, this is how you sew it, but how you do it privately is probably something else.
She knows she's on
Step
camera.
number 2, you punch it, yeah.
Yeah, either way.
Punch it at 2.
Yeah.
And fold it over.
Fold it over,
Punch
punch
it again.
Punch it again.
That was Nana's style. She did a lot more of this than the kneading. That was, she used to punch the dough.
Probably
She had thicker crust,
isn't
I
as
remember.
tiring to do it. Which way is the most tiring, this way or the other
Well,
way?
I think if you break it up, they both are.
Oh,
I think if
okay.
you do one and then you switch to another, it kind
Well,
of...
she had a thicker crust, I remember. I mean, yeah, a lot thicker crust.
Well, they do thicker crusts, yeah.
Now, the salt is what determines how thick your crust is that correct? How much salt you put in?
No, it's how much it grows. You know, if you don't put any salt, then the dough just grows, doesn't hard, you know, it just bubbles way up.
So
If
the
you put
salt
it
is what determines how thick it is.
Yeah, well, not how thick, how much it grows, because if you roll it out thin, it's thin anyhow. But if you roll it out like a ½ an inch, you're going to get a, if you didn't have any salt, then it would come, the edges would come all the way up. Yeah.
Okay,
And it
okay.
doesn't, the dough won't have much taste either if you don't put enough salt.
Okay.
You know, it tastes flat. Well, the dough's, you see, the dough should, this is pretty good. We didn't maybe put too much water in there because the dough should leave the board like that.
Yeah,
You
not
have
be
to
sticking to it, huh?
If it's too wet, then you have to keep adding flour.
I think the important thing is to get a feel for what the dough's supposed to be like.
Yeah, and you will, yeah.
Which you're getting.
Well, I've done this part before. I think my mistake has been not enough salt and olive oil.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, I didn't put in how much you think we put in the beginning. We did a little so, but the oil makes it a crisper dough too. You don't have to use olive, you can use corn oil and all, but I like the olive oil. Okay, it's 5:57. What was it, 5:52? So it's a few more minutes.
A few more minutes. That's no problem. I could do this all day long.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel your
arms.
arms
No, I-
tomorrow morning.
I could do this all day long.
Why don't you get me doing it and let me give you a break?
I don't need no break.
Well, when you make it at home, you could
You
take
want to try
your-
it?
Yeah, I think I should maybe
Okay, well, I just want you to try it.
try to do it too.
Well, you gotta wash your hands though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did just before.
What about your rings?
Oh, she did. What about your rings?
Okay.
Take them off, otherwise you're going to get all... Take your heel of your hand and just push it and pull the dough. And as you're doing, kind of pull the dough away a little bit, you know, because that forms the gluten. This feels a little dry, though. I don't know. Okay, go ahead. We'll put a little oil on that.
Right, so then you
With your heel, one and then the other, and back, yeah, and keep turning it as you need.
I don't think I'm doing this right, Jim.
No, it's all right, huh? I don't think it's that...
Oh my goodness.
Just work it and pull the dough as you go. Yeah.
There's a real rhythm to this, isn't there? And I
Yeah.
don't have the rhythm.
Well, that's
yet.
okay. Or then you would punch it. See, you can try the punching. Then.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh man, though, this could hurt you right there, huh?
Just,
Not as easy as it looks, huh?
No.
this dough is a little stiff though. I don't know. Maybe we put a little oil on there. That's it.
Yeah, you probably have more strength at this than I do, so you get to do this, Jim. If we do this at home.
You're
Wait a
doing
minute,
fine.
let me have it turned. We got another.
Okay.
All right.
Watch the master here. Whew. Well, that
Well,
is
see,
tiring.
if you do it this way, you don't
I
work
feel it
that
in my
hard.
arms
You kind
already.
of do a rhythm, and it just comes up.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I did that every morning, if I made bread every morning like that, it would
you keep turning
really
it.
help my arms.
Okay.
It's almost there, yeah.
That's how you've managed to keep in shape so well, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I used to make bread every week.
Yeah, I remember that bread was good.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wheat bread every week.
Dad liked the wheat bread, but I
I
liked
remember the fried dough.
Yeah.
She'd make the fried dough.
Oh, you
We're
know
gonna
what?
have
Oh,
to.
I don't have no semolina. I could have put that in, but you know when I threw everything out of the freezer that time, the semolina went with it. I gotta buy some.
In with the dough?
Usually you mix it with the flour. Yeah, semolina. I don't even have any.
Oh, what, when you make pizza bread?
Yeah, I used to throw in a couple of handfuls of semolina if I had it.
What is
It's a kind of
semolina?
it's a little grainier golden flour. People make
What about
pasta out
cornmeal?
of
Can you
that.
use cornmeal?
No, no.
So we should have,
Semolina is actually a wheat, but it's the kernel of the wheat.
so when you make pizza dough, you usually put semolina.
If I have it at home, not today we did.
Okay.
we're
How
done.
much,
Okay, you're
how
done.
much would you put in?
Okay, we're all done.
But for 5 pounds, I would put in a couple of cups.
Okay, what do we do now?
Okay, now what you do is you take oil and let me have one of those napkins there.
Can you get it, Jim?
Okay.
So you put a little oil in that pan and
Yeah,
coat
because when
it,
it starts to grow, you don't want it to stick. Otherwise, it'll stick to the pan.
and then you kind of wipe it
So
with,
you kind of grease it. And the oil goes in the dough, it doesn't hurt. Yeah, just so it doesn't stick. Then you take a little bit of, well, here, a little bit of oil. Pour.
you put all around the
Yeah.
outside.
Okay, now you put it in the pan.
Put it
Oh, we're about to make the sign of the cross.
Well, I put it in there once.
Oh, all right. She puts it in the pan.
Put it in the
Really?
pan.
Yeah. That's the part. Yeah.
See, it should really double in bulk, so you know. So this should come all the way up here. And what you do is you make the sign of the cross. And there's an Italian prayer that they say that it should rise. And you bless the bread.
Oh,
And then that's
that's
it.
very nice.
So you let it go for at least an hour and a half, 2 hours now.
You have to cover it,
Yeah.
you
And
put it up.
where?
Well, put it in a kind of a warm spot. I usually put it on top of the water heater, but you can put it, you know, in, as long as it's away from the draft and in a warm spot. Some people just put it on top of the stove and let it go, but I usually put it on top of the.
Well,
put a
I'm
towel on
wondering,
top.
like our laundry room gets really hot.
Doesn't
it
have to
gets
be hot,
warm?
but it has to be kind of a warm spot.
I wonder if that would be
I
too
cover it
warm.
this way, then I get another towel and cover it up again.
Is it bad if it gets too hot?
Yeah, it's too hot. And if it's too cold, it'll eventually come up, but it'll take longer.
Okay.
In fact, like in the dining room on that table there is warm. Let me see how this on is. You can put it, I usually put it, I'll put it where I usually do, on top of the water heater.
Yeah, put it where you usually.
Yeah, let me get that.
You really cover it good.
Well, it keeps it like a put it to bed.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't even have to do it this much, but we did. I put it up. Usually I thought this is my spot for, in fact, it's a new.
It doesn't feel that warm.
No,
in
but
there.
it's with the heat and all, it.
Oh, there's heat underneath it with the water?
With the tank, yeah, the water tank. It seems like, but you know what? It probably would grow anywhere today.
Doesn't seem like it.
No, well, maybe if we use the bowl, if you use the hot water. But I usually put it there. It's fine there.
Yeah. So an hour and a half, huh?
About an hour and a half, we'll check it and see how it is.
Yeah,
Well, then,
okay.
Is that when we're going to cut some off of the
Then we
fried dough?
yeah, then we can cut some off.
Okay, we'll have lunch about 1:30 then.